How balanced is your life right now? Do you feel like you have all the plates up in the air, that you are juggling all the things, but you're not really accomplishing anything? Do you wish that you could work out what your true priorities are so that you have more time for family, friends, and yourself, but you don't know how to make it happen? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm sharing how you can reduce the overwhelm, take back control, and create more balance in your life so that you can accomplish your goals and create a life you love with the help of my favorite tool, the Wheel of Life. I also happen to have a free workbook for you to download so that you can put these tips into practice right away. So stick with me until the end of the video and I'll tell you how to get your hands on a copy. So, ready to create more balance? Let's do this. Hey there, I'm Sarah Jew, a Master Life Coach, a founder of A Simple and Contented Life, and your mentor for making a change for the better. For the best advice and tips on stepping out of life on autopilot and into on a purpose so that you can become your best self and live your very best life, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you're the first to know when my videos come live. So, do you believe that it's possible to have a balanced life? I used to think that there was no such thing as balance, that balance just simply did not exist. But over the years, I have realized that balance isn't something we find, it is something we create, and it is possible to create it. We all have the power to create balance in our lives. We just have to make the decision to do so and to then be intentional about how we manage the different areas of our lives. Think that sounds like a mammoth task? Well, it's not, because I have a very simple tool that you can use to help you level that playing field. One of my absolute favorite coaching tools, and something I not only use with every single one of my clients, but myself too, to create more balance in my life. What is it? The Wheel of Life. So, what is the Wheel of Life? If you've not heard about the Wheel of Life before, get ready because it is going to change your life. And I really do mean that. Incredibly simple but powerful and fun tool. It's the very best way to get a visual representation of every area of your life so that you can see how balanced or unbalanced your life is so that you can see which areas need your attention the most. So you can use it to assess any area of your life, but the wheel is usually split into the main 8 categories of life, which are personal growth, significant other or romance, health, money, career, physical environment, fun and recreation, and friends and family. So, how does it work? Let's take a look. The best way to describe the Wheel of Life is that it is like a pie chart that is most commonly split into the 8 different sections, the area of your life that I mentioned before. You simply fill in the pie chart, giving each area of your life a score between 1 and 10, with 0 being in the middle and 10 being completely fulfilled. Once it's completed, you'll easily be able to see which areas you're doing well or happy in and which areas could do with a little TLC. Just like the wheels of a bicycle, the more balanced the areas are, the smoother your ride in life will be. Use it to level the playing field and then figure out which areas to put more effort into and which areas to scale back on as well. Because sometimes it might be that you are extremely high in one area, but maybe you want to draw it back slightly so that you can focus on other areas as well. And that is the power of using the Wheel of Life. So you can see with this image then, the picture that is on the left is how the wheel looks like before you start it. It's the pie chart kind of design, and it has all the different sections there. And then on the right hand side, you can see what a typical wheel looks like when it's filled in. And it is going to be totally different for everyone because it depends on what your situation is and your circumstances are and the things that are going on in your life right now. But this image here will give you a good idea of what it looks like before and after. And if you're finding it hard to figure out what score to give each area, there are a few questions that you can ask yourself. Say, let's pick personal growth. And then you can ask yourself questions like, am I continually learning new things? Do I enjoy looking for opportunities for growth? Or am I doing things that are helping me grow as a person? Or am I feeling like I'm not quite making the progress I would like? And then on that basis, give yourself a score between 1 and 10. Then move on to the next section. And then maybe you're looking at friends and family. So you could ask yourself, do I have or want a close circle of friends? Do I spend enough time with the ones I love? Do I value the relationships that I have? Am I wanting to connect more with certain people in my life? Use the answers to that to help you figure out your score between 1 and 10. Ask yourself questions like that and you'll find it much easier to come up with the scores. So comment below this video, how balanced or unbalanced is your life right now? Which areas of your life do you want to focus on first? Let me know in the comments. So once you've assessed each area of your life and figured out which areas you need to focus on first, it's time to take some action and start planning a few goals to help you up-level each area of your life. So how do you do that? One of the ways to look at it is you know that the top score is the 10. So 10 out of 10 means that you are completely happy and fulfilled in that area of your life. So what is your level 10 for that? And what do you need to do to help you get there? What habits and daily actions do you need to take? And if you're not sure, again, I have a few questions that you can ask yourself. So let's take a look at those. Ask yourself if you have ever been higher in the number that you have recorded. So for example, let's take career, if previously you were a 8, but you've just scored yourself a 6. So ask yourself if you have ever been higher than the number you've recorded. Maybe in family and friends, you've just scored yourself a 5 and previously it was a 7. Maybe for finances, it was higher, but you've had a few bills to pay. So recently at the moment, now that's dropped down a little bit. So ask yourself what was happening when you were higher up the scale. What was going on in your life and what were you doing on a day-to-day basis that had you higher up on that scale? And then have you ever been lower? And what did you do to move up the scale? Because that can help you figure out what you need to do to keep moving up a notch. Then what number do you want to be on the scale? Because you might not want to go and aim for a level 10, but you might be quite happy with things being around a 7 or an 8. And that's okay. It's your wheel, it's your scale. You get to decide how high up on that scale you want to go. And then what actions can you take to start moving up the scale? And are there any areas you would like to move down the scale? So like I mentioned earlier, it might be a case actually that you are an 8 or 9 right now in one area of your life, but you know that there are other areas of your life that you want to focus on. So maybe for a while, you're going to scale back and move things back down and not focus on that area of your life quite so much. So for instance, it could be that your work or career is around a 9, but family time and fun and recreation is sitting at a 5 or 6, and you'd like to increase that. So maybe for a little while, you scale back and stop saying no to evening meetings and working overtime so that you have more time so that you can level the playing field. And then what would you need to do to make happen for you to move up 1 point on the scale by this time next week? So you can see questions like that can really help you figure out what you need to do and what is important to you to up that level and move it up a notch. So getting the most out of the wheel of life. I have a few tips for you that you can help you get the most out of it, because this is the thing, is the wheel of life doesn't need to be and shouldn't be a one-time exercise. It's something that you're going to want to repeat over and over again. And the more that you do it, the better you get to know yourself and the more you can see how life is ebbing and flowing throughout the year for you. So one of the things that I recommend my clients do is to actually use it every single month. At the end of the month is to kind of use it like a monthly review and fill in how you feel the month has gone in terms of where you are right now on all of those areas of your life. Because then you can look at it and you can see which areas are slipping, which areas you're doing great in, and which areas you might want to focus on as your priority for the coming month. You can also use it to break it down into a specific area of your life. And that is one of the things that I love about this tool so much, is that it doesn't just have to be all of those 8 areas of your life. Not only can you use different ones entirely if you wanted to and not use those 8 areas, but if there is one area that you really particularly want to focus on most for a little while, is to take a blank wheel of life and then actually break one of those areas down into all the different categories. So let's take health, for example. If health and fitness came down quite low on the scale for you, you could take a blank wheel and come up with 8 different areas within health and fitness to help you focus on and see what you need to work on. So for example, you could make one area about sleep, one area about diet, one area about self-care, meditation, exercise, and mood. And then you could repeat the exercise, scoring each of those areas between 1 and 10, and then you can see, okay, actually, my diet's pretty good. It's a 7 or an 8, but my sleep is a 4. I am not doing good with my sleep right now. And equally, meditation, I wanted to make part of my day, but I've hardly done it this month. And now that, because of that, it is a 2. So I can see now that the coming month, I need to sort out my sleep by going maybe to sleep earlier each night and unplugging before bed so that I can unwind and relax. And I need to make sure that I start tracking meditation every day because I want to up that too. And then at the end of the month, you can repeat it again with those same categories and see how you're doing on improving each area of your life. And that's how the wheel of life can give you so much more control over knowing which areas of your life you need to focus on. So let's take another example. This time, maybe let's focus on physical environment. And you know that your home score wasn't that great this month. So again, you could take a blank wheel and you could break those areas down into each area of your home if you wanted to. So you could have a section for garden, for lounge, for kitchen, for bedroom, bathrooms, and all of the areas in your home. And then you can score how you feel about that particular room in your house. And then you can pick out the ones that are lower, and then you can start to ask yourself, why is that? And what do I need to do to make me feel better about how I see that room in my house? Another example is the family and friends side of things. You could take the wheel and then break it down into each person who is important to your life right now. It could be your mum, your dad, it could be your sister, your best friend, a friend you haven't seen in a while, your neighbours. It could be anybody who is in your life that you want to focus on spending more time with. You can give that person a score on 1 to 10 of how your relationship is with them right now, see which ones you want to focus on, and then ask yourself what you can do to focus on and improve that connection and that relationship you have with that person. And then do those things over a coming few weeks. And then at the end of the following month, repeat it again and see how you're getting on in terms of improving those relationships. See how it works? It's pretty powerful. The more you use it, the more you'll benefit from it. And so have a go at doing the Wheel of Life. And like I say to all of my clients, do it once a month at the end of every month to check in and see how you are with all the different areas. And then if you need to, you can pick one specific area, take a blank wheel and do the whole repeat the exercise again, breaking it down into the different areas within that actual area. So has this got you intrigued to give it a go? I really hope so, because I cannot tell you the difference it makes to my life and the lives of my clients every time I check in with them to see how they're going and we talk about how they've done over the following month. So give it a go. If you're ready to create more balance in your life, go grab your copy of my free Wheel of Life workbook today so that you can start taking action and assessing which areas of your life are balanced or unbalanced and start working on them right away. Why use my workbook over any other Wheel of Life you can find and download? Because mine not only has the main wheel in it, but it also has a wheel for each month too, so that you can see your progress over the course of the year, which is an absolute game changer for becoming your best self and living your best life. And it also has a set of blank wheels so that you can come up with your own categories too. So if, like I was talking about, you want to focus on one particular area, well, you can use those blank wheels to help you do just that. And yes, there is also blank wheels for every month of the year too. If you liked this video and you have a friend who you think would benefit from having a go at the Wheel of Life, then please share it with them too. And if you'd like support from other women who, just like you, are working to create more balance in their lives so that they can become their best selves and live their best lives, come and join the A Simple and Contented Life Facebook group. You'll find the link to join below this video too. And I will see you next time.